welcome to my channel. I'm new here. I have a story which is quite difficult for me to still talk about. My relationship broke down last year in a difficult way, and I was left in our beautiful home which I built, and in November the house was sold, and long story short, I'm now living in a very small little townhouse in the middle of a city in New Zealand. But one of the things that kept me going was I discovered cash stuffing, and I've been cash stuffing since June because I got a job in June, even though I had no income before that. I did successfully get a job, so I'm working 4 days a week. I teach crafts, so I'm a snapping up demonstrator and a mixed media artist, and I do all sorts of things. I also teach martial arts, so I've got a few side hustles on the go. But what I wanted to do was introduce myself, and I will at some point put my face on camera, but as you understand, this is my first time doing cash stuffing videos, so yeah, I'm a bit shy. But I wanted to talk to you about where I've got to. So over the last 6 months, I've watched a lot of videos. I still don't truly understand the concept, but what I do know is that I've managed to save nearly $2,000 in my bank account, which pays for things like my car needed a service and new brakes, which cost $1,400, and I was able to pay for it on a single wage. And I've also been able to buy a house, and I've also been able to I saved up some money for my birthday since June, and I've paid for a retreat that's happening in February, and that was $260. So I finished paying for that on my birthday. So I'd saved from June, I'd saved $250, which was really cool. So I asked my mum in England to get me Budget by Ira's More Than Budget posh budget book. So I'm still not sure what I'm doing, but what I do know is if you've got a budget, you save little things each week or each fortnight, which is what I do. I do a fortnightly budget, and because I'm paid fortnightly, and it does work. So this is Budget with Ira. It's his More Than a Budget. He has retired this one, and I put it belongs to Kaz, which is me. And then you've got a yearly tracker, which I haven't started yet, but I will start filling in. And this page is my goals for the year. So what I want to do this year is 4 things. I want to save up to pay for my subscriptions yearly. And since June of last year, I've managed to fully fund my website payment. And I've also been able to fully pay my nursing registration because I'm a nurse. And I've got that saved already. So really, my saving goals have been paid. But it would be really nice if on this page, and what I like about this book is it does this. On this page, and sorry, I can write this, I want to fully fund YouTube because I pay that monthly at the moment. And then there could be a 4th one, but I can't think of it now. I don't want this to go on too long. My second goal is to build an emergency fund this year of $1,000, and I want that to be completed by December. And what I'm going to use is challenges to build. So if you've not heard of challenges, I'll talk a little bit about those as the weeks go on, and I'll save a bit each week to go into there. And so any little bits of extra money that I don't need to pay off debt or things like that that I've got, I'm going to put into this emergency fund so that hopefully I've got $1,000 by the end of the year. And then my third goal is to have $1,000 saved for Christmas. I had, I think, 500 saved from June until Christmas because I wasn't paying a mortgage because I didn't work. I could only pay a few of the bills. So once the separation happened, I paid back my half. But I'm hoping that with even paying a mortgage, I can save up this $1,000. So that's my goal. I'm going to start saving now because we've got 12 months, and I'm going to use some of the challenges to top up. So I'll show you some of those. And then I want to save for my holidays in April and August. I go away to see my grandchildren overseas twice a year. I managed to pay for April's already, but I still got a few bits to pay for, and in August. So my goals for this, I haven't set a goal date because this is ongoing. I will see them twice a year. I'm going to sell things that I don't use. I'm going to do some extra side hustles. So I'm going to be making more craft things and going to craft markets. I'm going to do some more intimate card classes and scrapbooking classes so I can make a little bit more money there. I teach martial arts, as I said, so hopefully there's some money there. So really there's quite a lot here, and I don't know if I've set my goals too high, but I feel because these two are already achieved, this might be possible. And this emergency is really important to me because the car this time cost me $1,400, and I've got, in New Zealand we do warrant of fitness, which is a bit like MOTs in England, I think. So I've got to save for that in the middle of the year, and I've also got my tax on my car to pay. So, you know, the car is really expensive, so I need to make sure I've got that. Then there's this jar here. I'm not sure what my big goal is. I think it might be my emergency fund that I might write on here. And here is things that I can keep track of. So at the moment I'm doing no spend days as often as I can. So I've already done 4 in January. This means I've spent nothing other than what I've budgeted for. Because it's important, you have to spend money, but it needs to be in the budget. And so as you can see, I've spent a lot of money in between my budgeted days. And then you've got the calendar, which I've put down some of the things that automatically come out. So I sold some goods for $700, which was great. My phone bill came out. I bought a new computer because mine was so old, it was getting over hot. And I put the $700 towards it, but I do owe myself $1,195. So I'm hoping to do a little bit of that today, but also I've got other things I owe, which is the car. And these two things I want to pay back as a debt because it's important. I bought contact lenses, which I already had the money for, so that was paid for on my credit card, and the money out of my savings went into my credit card to pay for that. This month I've already put petrol in. I budget $200 a month for petrol. So this has gone in on the 5th, and I already know that I still have a full tank. And then I had a no spend on the 6th, a no spend on the 11th, a no spend on the 12th. So that's 3. My mortgage came out on the day after my payday. I go to the doctors once a month for a B12 injection, so that came out, and I paid for that in cash out of my envelope. I bought a flight to my friends. I was hoping to get it free on my American Express card, but because it's a long weekend holiday, they couldn't get me any flights. So I've decided to pay for it myself on my credit card, and it's unbudgeted, but it will be fine. And I'll use my other free air flight at a different time. As you can see, I overspent this month by $1,225.93, but I went through all my folders and paid back $925. So this was food, bits and pieces for my new house, and this was the brakes on the car, and I paid that much back, but I owe $300 for the brakes on the car. So that's that, and I'll go through this each week. And then we've got my budget. So what I've done is all the overspends I've put here, that then allows me to see what I owe. And then my computer, I put the $700 towards it, so I owe that. And I paid back the bank. So that I've just made notes. But anyway, here's the budget. I haven't added it up yet, but I've put my pay in here, and I got paid on the 8th. I've got another pay in 2 weeks. I had a side hustle of $700. I have 2 mortgage payments a month and 2 revolving credit payments a month. My phone has already come out. It's overspent. I'm not sure why. However, my first revolving credit mortgage is underspent by $150, which is great. My storage locker, I have a storage locker because I've moved from a 4-bedroom house into a 2-bedroom house. I'm in the process of selling lots of things, so hopefully I can get rid of that soon. My YouTube, which I enjoy, you know, $17.99. I don't have Netflix, I don't have Disney, I don't have any TV channels, so this is for me. My contents insurance currently comes out monthly, but I'm going to be changing that soon to yearly. I have iCloud storage. I work mainly on Mac. I've got billions of photos, all my documents from when I was in business and all sorts on there, so I need that. My internet is 65 and then petrol's budgeted at 200. And I'll add these up off camera for next time. Now, I don't really understand what the difference is between envelopes, sinking funds, debt savings. I obviously understand that. So at the moment I'm putting in on this line, counting all these envelopes. So I have clothing, beauty, Christmas that I'm saving for. I've been doing a $300 savings, which is full. So I'm going to uncash stuff that soon. I'll do that on another video, but I'll show you what I've got. So the contents insurance to save up for a year's worth is $20 a fortnight. To save up for my council rates and regional rates for the year is that every 2 weeks. I've noticed now, I'm realising I've put all these in at monthly and then I've put these in at fortnightly, so I'm going to need to correct this already. Because this is a monthly budget, not a fortnightly. So I've got to copy my figures. The house and car insurance, if I pay it up front next year, will be that. So that's ×2. I do an envelope for my health and GP doctor. I do an envelope for my dentist contacts. I do an envelope for my arts and crafts. I do maintenance. I do car. Cohen is the cat. He gets that much. The vacation, I haven't got anything budgeted for that, but that's going to be things I sell. So hopefully each month I can sell things, but at the moment I'm paying that debt. And then my emergency fund is 25. So these need to be doubled to make this a proper budget. And then over here is some notes. And then over here is the food and coffee. These are the things that I budget fortnightly. And at the moment I've budgeted 160 a fortnight. I've spent $75 and there's 85 left. I budget $40 a fortnight for coffee. Unfortunately, I went out for dinner and needed that, so there's nothing left. So coffee I won't have for another week. And then you get a monthly tracker, and then you get to review it. And then in this is the thing that's gone out of the new binders. You can actually do, this is called a challenge. So you can decide what each icon costs. You have a little envelope. So I've got these little envelopes. This one was used for storage locker, but it's an automatic payment now. So you get these little envelopes and you decide maybe it's $1. So each week you'd colour one in, or every time you come in here, you'd colour it in. And yeah, over time it would add up. And then it's a place that you can review your goals. So that's Budget by Ira. I'll do a link in the description below for that. So thank you, Mum, for buying me this for Christmas. She was like, why do you want a budget thing? But I was like, I want a budget thing. Okay, so we've got some money here. So I'm in New Zealand, so these are New Zealand dollars, and I've got some stuff for counting because it makes it easier. So it's 50, doesn't make it easier. So maybe I'll do it this way. 50, 1, 50, 2, 50, 3, 50, 4, 50, 500 there. I'm going to use my calculator, so that's 500. Don't forget, this is not a week, this is a fortnight. So I've got some 20s here. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. So that's $180. So that's 180. 180 plus. And then we've got some 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 120. There's 120 in those. And then we've got 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So that's $875 for 2 weeks. Now, it never used to be that much, but because I want to use some of my budget to do my annual subscriptions, I've got this very cheap and nasty binder, which I've just added some things in. And I also have learnt a lot of things from 2sisterbees.com. She's really cool. She's doing a lot of discussions at the moment around saving and things like that. So check her out. Again, I'll put her in the description. So what I did was this is a free download, and this is my cash planning. This tells me what I need to get out of the bank. And I got out of the bank $865, but I have used some for groceries. So this is the contents insurance. And I'm just going to look to see if you can see that. Yes, you can. Sorry. Rolling around. So the contents insurance is going to get $20. So this is $40 a fortnight. And my insurance at the moment is with one company, and I'm going to change it because it will decrease. I'm going to track how much I put in here, so I'll do that off camera. So my rates and regional rates. This is what tax we pay to the government, but our government, these are council, which is local authorities. So the rates is $1.15, so 100, 10, 15. So I'm going to put this amount in each fortnight. So what I did was I took my rates from this year and I've added 5% on, although they're going up by 25% apparently, and I've then divided it to make sure. Again, I'll fill in the tracker. House and car insurance is going to get $100. I wanted to get $100 from the bank, but they didn't have any, so we've got 50s. Now, if you think I'm going to have all this money at home, that's not the case. So once a month, I will add this up. I will take it back to the bank, put it in a savings account, and then it won't be at home. So that's that for that binder. And there's some debt there. So I've got some debts to pay back. So I'll work out what's left at the end of the month to put in there. So that's one binder, and I've got a new one coming to replace that. So then I've got Mr. Sparkly. Oh, Mr. Sparkly. I'll put that under there. So this is what I save to pay for all my bills now. I'm not sure if these are called sinking funds or just envelopes. Please let me know in the comments what you think. I think, yeah. So for the doctors and vitamins and things like that, I now recall them under health. So we're going to look here to see doctors, 35. So that's 35 into there. And in this envelope, I've got 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 220 saved. So I keep this in cash because I do go to the doctors and I pay them in cash. But if it builds up too much, I will take it to the bank, and I often will if it gets too big. And what I've just remembered is I bought some vitamins the other day, so I need to take out of here $38. So I must remember that. Self-care, this is my dentist and contact lenses. My dentist is fully funded at the moment, and I've just bought contact lenses. So in the bank, I've got 5, 6, 50, 700 in the bank. And I'm going to put 25 in here today because I'm just adding in for my contact lenses. So that was 5, 6, 700, 800, 2, 4, 6, 8, 900, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,020, 30, 40, 50, 30, 40. So 1,040. So I'm going to be booking into the dentist. I've been saving since June to go. So I'll book in and I'll update this. So you can see from that envelope that things go to the bank, and I put those little cards in. So I've not got much at home. Arts and hobbies gets $60. And I do this in 2 20s and 2 10s because I go to an art class once a week in the school term. So at the moment we're on holiday, so I'm still saving to build it up. So as you can see, and if I build it up, I can pay for some other crafts. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100 and 40 left in there. Build that up. So house maintenance, I either do 5 or 10. So this week it's 10. And I've actually taken this money out of here. So I'll just cross those out and then I'll write 10 over here. So this saves, so I'm doing 10 a fortnight now. So each one of those does 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30. So that will be 130 when that card's full. But at the moment, the house needs a lot. And I've noticed I can't find my dustpan and brush. I haven't been able to find my can opener. And I need some net curtains in my bedroom, so that maintenance is going to be emptied. So my car is going to get $50 because it's so expensive. And this is for, I need 2 new tyres apparently before my next warranty fitness. So I'm going to need to keep pushing that. Now Cohen the cat, he's very needy. He needs some kitty litter. So he's going to get 25 this week. And in here is 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Yes, 200. So that will be enough for his kitty litter, some food, and a bit left over. Again, I've not got pet insurance for him. He's 7. So this also is for him left over. So vacations, there's nothing at the moment allocated, but I will be selling stuff, and I've got 150 there, which was leftover Christmas funds. Registrations is fully funded. So that's 150, 70, 80, 90, 200. My registration won't be that much, but I can be saving up to for the following year too. Emergency fund is going to get 25. So an emergency fund, there's 250 in the bank, 350, 450, 470, 490, 310, 330, 340. So there's 340 in there. No, 350, 400, 450, 540. Sorry. So my emergency fund is already at 540. I did have some, like I say, some Christmas money left, so I put that into there. Miscellaneous website's already fully funded, and I have to pay for my domain and my website. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. So that should be enough. My domain is already paid for a couple of years, so that should be enough. And again, I'll do the trackers. So those are my envelopes. Ooh. And then I need to do my wallet. So my groceries, there's 160, but I owe it already 75, so I'll pop that back in the bank later. Ooh. And my coffee fund is already gone, but if I have some left, I might put in dining out, back to bank. So if I've got to take money back to the bank. So I do need to take groceries back to the bank. I need to put 75 back to the bank. See this? Someone's written Merry Christmas on that 10. So I'm going to change that 50 for 2 20s and a 10. So back to the bank needs to go 50, 60, 70, and it needs a 5. So 2 5s. 75 back to the bank. So I was out today and I forgot to take this wallet, and I hadn't done my video, so I used my credit card. So that's going back to the bank. I do like to put it back in the bank because then it feels like my credit card has got something to pay it. And then no coffee, no dining out this fortnight because I've already spent it. So these are the challenges that I do. So I've just started a 30-day saving, and I've also just started saving a eating out. So what have we got left? Quite a bit. It says a 50. So I'm going to put $30 in and do the biggest one. That's started on that one. Nice to do the higher numbers when you have it. So that goes back in here. Eating out, I'm going to put maybe $10, $20. Let's take that one off. And this one's got a little sleeve in it. So I'm going to save up for some nights out. My friend and I want to go to dinner and the movies and stuff, but I'm on a budget, and so is she, so we're saving. This savings, I've just alcohol wiped. I've filled all of this side. It's a $5 saving. And I use a marker, which at the moment I can't find. Let's have a look. Yeah, no. So if you use a permanent marker, you can take it off with alcohol. So I'm going to put 10 in there. So I managed to save 300 in this, which went to be paid into the bank. And then this one I've filled out the other side, 500, which went to Christmas, but there's still $100 left, and I'm going to put $50 in here. So that's 20, 35, 45, 50. When I've got money, I put extra in. Shake that around a bit because the ink takes a bit to move. So we've done all those. So I've got some new ones. So this is by Ira Budgets. So we're going to start in the centre, and we have 2 dice for this. So we're going to start here, and we're going to do +1, and we go this way around. So that's got to have 20. And my cat's just jumped up. 5, 10, 20. So $20 goes into that. The cat's just walked straight across. That's Cohen. And what I'm going to do is just put a tick there so I know where we are. So that's again Budget by Ira. And you get the dice. You get this card, which I've chosen, but you also get one that's much higher and one that's much lower, so it's quite good. So we'll see how far we get on that. And then this is my birthday savings. It's a Capricorn one by Budget by Ira. So these 3 things were bought by my mum. So I'm going to do a dice, and I've done, the stars will be 5 and these signs will be 10. So I'm going to shake the dice 1. So we're going to start up here. So I'm just going to, got a star, so that's going to take $5 into that savings. So we've started for my birthday, and so there's no envelope for that. How does that work? I've ordered some new envelopes, so I'll just put it in here in the rent envelope now. Okay, so that's the, those are the games that you can play, challenges. So then we're going to finish off stuffing. So gifts, which is Christmas, is going to take $10. I don't think I'm going to have to find some change in that. So that's $10 in there. So that comes to 30. Beauty is going to take 10. Yes, we're going to need some change. Oh, here we go. So we're going to put a 50 in. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that's good. So that's now got $100 in beauty. I need some moisturiser, which is Clarins moisturiser. So it's 100. Last time I bought it was 135. So we're getting close to be able to buy that. And then clothing, again, is going to get $10. I've been trying to save this. I want to do some op shopping. So this is going to take $10. There's 40 there. So I'm going to put another 50 in. Clothing, so there's $100 to go op shopping. I bought 3 really nice things recently. So that's that. And out of the budget, we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85. So I'm not sure quite what I've done, but we're going to leave that to roll over. I've put everything in. Oh, maybe I could have some coffee money. Decisions. No, did we forget the regional rates? Oh no, the regional, hang on a minute, we did. We've forgotten the regional rates because this is the rates and regional rates, and the rates that I put in was 115, but we need the regional rates, which is 62. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. I don't use coinage, so that's gone in there. So we've got $20 left, which I am going to put into my coffee fund because I don't have much coffee. I usually make coffee at home and a plunger at work, but occasionally I'm out and about, and sometimes it's really nice to get a quick long black or a mocha. So that's that. So that's all those done. So before we finish, I just want to show you, so this is the coins that I've been left with from change. So I have a $2 can, which is 20s, which is quite full. These have been going since June. The 10 cents is the dollar coins, so there's 3 in there. I used to keep track, but now I've decided not to. It's going to be a surprise, so that's not very heavy. And then we've got the 5 cent one, which is getting really full, and this is the loose change. So that's the 50s, 20s, and 10s. In New Zealand, we don't have anything lower than a 10, so things get rounded up and rounded down all the time. And so that's that. So one of the challenges I've been doing since June is this $300 challenge. So this is actually going to be paid back into the bank to pay back the $300 for my breaks that I owe. So I'm just going to unstuff it, and I'll speed this up because I'm recording it. I was going to do it on the next video, but I thought, oh well, the videos won't be this long. So this I bought from Temu. I don't like the idea that I bought it from Temu, but when I was starting off in budgeting, I didn't have any money whatsoever. And I just had a little bit of savings and decided to go to Temu. But now I'm supporting some of the other online budgeters. Budget with Ira, I bought things from the Sister Bee. I bought a download. Because I'm in New Zealand, it's hard to buy things because the postage is so expensive. So I tried to buy downloads. So this has taken me 6 months to save $300 in this one with just $10 a week. And then if I've had any spare cash, I've put it in here. So last year I saved $300 in this one, $300 in the one in there that I'm repeating, and $500 in there that I'm repeating, and $240 for my birthday. And that was literally putting $10 and $20 away each fortnight that I got paid. And then anything, I do classes, so if I had any money left for classes, I put that in, and yeah. So that's empty. So it's really cool, eh? So there we go. I wonder if I could get it up as a spread photo. So there's my first thumbnail for YouTube. So let's count it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $300. So that is going back to the bank. and then I only owe my budget 60 cents. So 6 months of cash stuffing. This envelope has been filled a few times now. So last week I took over $900 back to the bank, taking out things that I needed to pay back. And this is now from a savings scheme. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'd really love to hear from you. Let me know if you know the definition of a sinking fund and an envelope. What's the difference? Please support Two Sister Bees and Budget by Ira. Thank you for watching. I don't know what to call my channel yet, so it's just going to be Kaz Cash Stuffing, tongue twister. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Really appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.